Rock had everything a man could ever brag about: a flawless life wrapped in luxury, a wife who stood by him since the days he had nothing, a glass mansion on the hill that seemed to glow every night, and a reputation as one of the sharpest millionaire businessmen in the city. Yet, even with all that success, he carried a quiet emptiness in his chest, something he never admitted out loud, something he didn't even fully understand until the afternoon he crossed paths with Effa, a young woman whose confidence struck him first and whose soft smile lingered in his mind long after she walked away. And from that moment, Rock felt a pull he couldn't fight, even though he knew exactly where the line was, a line he swore he would never cross. But temptation has a strange way of pretending it's harmless, and Effa became that temptation, the one he kept telling himself he could handle, the one he convinced himself would stay small and secret, except it never stayed small, because every time he saw her, he felt something in him wake up, something reckless, something dangerous. And soon, he found himself slipping into a life he used to judge in other men. Meeting Effa behind tinted windows, in quiet bars where nobody knew their names, in soft lit hotel rooms that felt like another universe, where he wasn't Rock, the loyal husband, but Rock, the man who wanted to feel alive again. And while Effa never forced anything, he kept chasing her like she was the answer to a question he'd been afraid to ask. And the more she let him in, the deeper he fell, not realizing he was digging a hole he couldn't climb out of, lying to his wife with a straight face, promising business trips that didn't exist, pretending everything was normal while guilt sat on his shoulders every single night like cold weight. And his wife, trusting and steady, had no idea that her perfect life was cracking behind her back until the night everything exploded when she picked up his phone and saw Effa's name glowing on the screen with a message that said just enough to rip the world apart. And Rock saw the disbelief in his wife's eyes turn into heartbreak so sharp, it felt like it cut the room in half. And suddenly, the mansion felt too big, too silent, too hollow, as she packed a bag and walked out without looking at him twice. And Effa, realizing she was standing in the middle of a war she never planned to start, stepped away from Rock too, telling him softly that he needed to fix his life, not hide in hers, leaving him with nothing but the echo of his own choices. And in the end, Rock stood in his massive home surrounded by everything money could buy, but starved of everything money could never replace, understanding too late that the price of desire isn't the thrill, it's the loss, the kind that burns slow and forever. And as he walked through those empty rooms, he finally realized that the life he destroyed wasn't taken from him, it was traded away by his own hands, piece by piece, moment by moment, for a love that was never meant to last.